So Janta, welcome once again to my channel Puzzle Pandit, and today we are going to do this XV star hyphen O hyphen O it's O hyphen O hyphen star 9, and this one is by NuglesGift. So NuglesGift is an author who creates the puzzles normally with the negative XV constant, and there are series of these puzzles. So I mean, there is some kind of nomenclature going on with those series. I don't know exactly, but that means this is something like the ninth puzzle is in one of the series. Most probably it looks like that. Yeah, so normally actually NuglesGift puzzles are around negative XV constants. So I think, yeah, so here also there is a negative XV constant on that, but yeah, there are lines here. I don't know what are those. So yeah, so let's read the rules also. Normal SUDOKU rules apply. That means each row, each column, and each 3x3 box contains the digit 1 to 9 only once without any repetition. Cells connected by an x must sum to 10. Right. So we see some x here, and that means whatever digits we put around here, they must sum to 10. So the simple example is, if we have 3 here, then we must have 7 here. You cannot have anything else here. You cannot have anything like 2 or anything like 8, because those 2 then will not sum to 10. So if there is 3 here, they must have 7 here. Cells connected by an v must sum to 5. So similarly with x, there is a v, but I don't see any v around here. So what does that mean? All x and v's are given, right? And all x and v's are given. What does that mean is that any cell, when there is no x in between, right, they cannot sum to 10. So in that case now it will be reverse of this. So if this is 3, none of these should be 7, because then that will be sum to 10. And also no v's, that means they cannot even sum to 5. So none of these should be 2, because then they will sum to 5, and we do not see any v in between them. So that is what this negative constant or all x and v's are given means. Digits in a cage cannot be orthogonally adjacent with the consecutive digit. So we see 2 cages here, and what does that mean is that whatever digit we are going to put here, that should not be orthogonally adjacent to this, right? So if we have, let's say, 2 here, these cannot be between 1 or 3, right? Oh, okay. So these cannot be between 1 or 3. You cannot have 1 or 3 here, because both 1 and 3 are adjacent to 2. So that is what this means. What else? 2 lines of the same length and same color are connected x lines. 2 lines of same length and same. Okay, so I think that is kind of pair of x lines, right? Connected x lines, right? So these are connected x lines. These two blue, and these 2. These are connected x lines. Oh, okay. So yeah, so we have exactly 2 of each. Yeah, right. We have exactly 2 of each, right? So those are connected x lines. What are those? Counting from the bulb, the first cell of each connected x line sum to 10, the second cell of each line sum to 10, etc. So let's take example of these 2, right? These 2 seems to be connected x lines. So if this is 4, this must be 6, right? If that's 3, then that must be 7, because now these 2 should sum to 10, right? And if this is now, let's say, again 4, then that would be 6. So alright, so that is how it is going on. From the bulb, whatever the position they are, they must sum to 10. So these 2 must sum to 10, these 2 must sum to 10, these 2 must sum to 10. In other case, I think these 2 must sum to 6. So if that's 4, and that's 6. So that's what it is. Okay, so those are the rules. I haven't seen this kind of connected x lines. I don't remember much. Looks like some kind of sum 10 line, right? Or no, those are some 10 lines. You don't need bulb here, right? With bulb, diamond, but those are diamond, right? What are those? Index lines, whatever. Yeah. So that's maybe the way to show these index sum lines, right? Not index, connected x lines, Okay, so those are the rules, and with those rules, I'm going to start puzzle. So before starting the puzzle again, this is a 3-star on Logic Masters, but some people found is much easier than the other NuglesGift puzzles, and 97% rating. So that's the information, and if you are watching this video, that means I'm able to solve this, and if I can solve this, then I believe anybody can. So yeah, with that, let's start this puzzle. So normally the NuglesGift puzzles, I start with the letters, right? I use letters because what will happen is that we have to maintain the letters and then fill the entire grid. That's normally those NuglesGift work. But now we haven't given any V here. So yeah, I think then these X's are the places I think to start with. But that X and that X could be same, right? Yeah, let's just start with that. So let's say that is A. Oh, normally you have V also, right? So you know which one is low or high, but here we don't know because there are X, so you don't know which one is lower. So against A, normally I go for E because I normally keep those kind of pairs. So against A, I will go with E. Against B, I will go with F. Against C, I will go with G. So by BF, I mean B and F will sum to 10, C and G will sum to 10, D and H will sum to 10. So I use those kind of things. And normally in other NuglesGift puzzles, A, B, C, D, we use for low digits, and then E, F, G, H we use for high digits. But in this case, we don't know which one is low or high. So I'll just go with this nomenclature A and B. Oh right, we can use this, right? So if that's A, that has to be E, right? Because those two are the same on the same line. Let's say that's B, so that would be F, right? And if that's B, that has to be F, right? Because those two are same. B, F. Oh, E is here, right? So E is here means this cannot be BF and AE, right? This one, so this could be C and this could be G. This is the other pair. If that is C, that means that is G, and if that is G, means that is C. Okay. Also, this C means this G, right? That's G means that's C. Okay. Now this one is left, right? But this could be BF, isn't it? No, it cannot be because F is here. F is here. So this cannot be AE, this cannot be CG, and this cannot be BF. This must be DF. So let's call that D and that H. Now if that's H, that means that has to be D, and if that's D, that means that has to be H. And that's the start we got. Now what? Now we have done at least everything, right? D, C, H, G, A, D, G. So these three have to be done. This G is done. This okay. I think we have done at least this much. So every time we are putting something like on this line, we have to make sure that we have to put something on the opposite end of that line. I mean opposite in the sense of the paired end of that line, or that point on other line if there is any. Oh, these three are now clear, right? This must be now 5 AB, 5 C, 5 CD, right? Okay. And you cannot have C again G because CG are 10, right? So you cannot have that. Oh, now look, 5 CD, right? So this must be 5 G H, right? And that's not G. That cannot be G because I think C is looking at that, right? So it cannot be G. I think same as this. So that's 5H, that's 5G. Anybody looking at that? No. Now A must be here now, right? Because A cannot be there. D H. Anything here? F, no, right? 5 CDs. We have removed that. Okay, that's fine. So now, what about this one? C, D, H, B, F, right? F is here, right? F and F, so F has to be here. So B cannot be here, right? Because if B is anywhere, it will be now uh, consecutive to, not consecutive to, neighbor of F, which we cannot allow because we have BF here. So that means B has to be here. And if B is here, right, this cannot be F now because wherever B is, F will be near to that. So that's it. Now, so now that's 5AB. Can I say that? That means that is 5AB and that's 5A. Okay. That cannot be A now, right? And that cannot be B. Oh, 5A, 5A. So we got B. 5A, 5A. Nothing much here. Oh, D is looking at that, right? That's not that 5C. C is looking at that, so that's not C, so that's 5. So 5D, 5D, oh, so same as here, right? 5D, 5D, we got C here. C means 5D, right? 5H we already have, but that C means this has to be G now. And we got X ring of 5, right? That means 5 is somewhere here. But if that's 5, that could be 5, that's fine. 5 and 5, that also Sanskrit. So 5 is one of these. What are these other thing? Maybe we can get the other later, right? 5A, B, 5G. Oh, 5G, but G is looking at that clearly, so that has to be 5. Okay, we got our first number 5. This one is on. Pencil mark is on, so I'll just stop that. And that has to be G now, right? That's G. That's G means that now has to be C. So now C, C, G, G. Wow. So G is not here. Oh, G has to be here now, right? And but C, C. Oh, C is already there. Okay. C has to be here. That can't be C, right? Because C is already there. G. G has to be one of these. Oh, G cannot be here, right? G has to be here. G cannot be here because C is already there. So that's G. That G means that's not G. G is one of these. Can that be G? Because that will make that C. Seems fine. Okay. We can get this, right? See, B has to be one of these, right? Because that cannot be B. F we already have, right? G we have. H has to be here, right? And D. D is problematic, and also I think then A must also be problematic, right? E at least must be possible, right? Oh, E is here. Okay. So that EH, that means this cannot be A or D. So this is EHAD, right? EHAD, and that cannot be A or D. Must be EH. Okay. Let's just remove this pencil also. What is that then? Oh, that could also be AD, right? This is AD, AD, B, AD, BC. Okay. Oh, ABCD. Wow. Now that cannot be D because it is of. Also cannot be B because of F. That cannot be C, and that cannot be A. Okay. G is here. C is here. G is here, right? Oh, G is here or here. G here is not here, not here. Come on. G is here or here. Okay. What else now? C we have already done, right? Lot of, oh, that cannot be C. You have to continuously looking for that for the neighboring, right? I mean, the 10 pairs should not be consecutive, so that you have to keep looking for every time. So C C. Oh, that's the only C here. Yeah, that's the only C here. That's correct. Because this cannot be C because of G. C is here, right? So that's C. That means C is somewhere here, but that cannot be C, right? Clearly, because both are C. If that's C, that will become G, which is not possible, right? Because C is there, right? So that is not C. That has to be C. If that's C, the opposite of this is G, but because of C here, then that will become continuous 10. Not continuous, neighboring 10. So now C is one of these. Okay. Again, if that's C, that's G, which is not possible, right? So that's not C. That's C. We got lot of C's. That's not C. In fact, all the C's are there, right? So that's not G now. That has to be G. And now C. Oh, we got all the C's. Maybe we can get all the G's. G. Nope. Yeah, we can, right? See, where is G here? That has to be G. G cannot be here now. In this box, G is not here. G is not here. G is not here. That's C. So that's not G. And that's G. Wow. So we got all the C's and G's. Okay. Now what else is remaining? So yeah, so now we should not worry about C and G, right? 5. Got 5 here. We got 5 here. Maybe like this. What could those be? I think that's the way only we have to go now. Or otherwise, just do Sudoku. See what else is possible. F. No, I don't see. D. Yeah, CG we have done, right? D. H. D, right? So D. We only have D here, right? So that means D is not here. D is not here. D is not here. D could be here. H is not here. Too many places for H. I think that's the only way. I mean, not only way, but the better way. So yeah, what is this now? That could be 5. The first thing. Let's just put that. It cannot be CG. You forget about CG. It could be A. Cannot be B. Cannot be C. Cannot be D. Cannot be E. F and H cannot be. So this is 5AF, and that means this could be 5EB. But look, E is not possible, right? So that's not E. That means that cannot be. So this is 5F and 5B. Didn't help much. Maybe you get 5 here. Maybe that's the point. Yeah, right. 5 is not here. So 5 has to somewhere here or here. 5 in this box is not here. Is not here. Sorry. Come on. This and this is 10 apart, right? So what's that? That's A. Cannot be B. Cannot be D. Cannot be F. E cannot be F. So that is A or H only. Okay, sorry, 5A H. No, don't forget 5. 5, not H, sorry. 5A, that's it. A, B, C, D, E, F, cannot be F. G, H, oh, that's 5A only. So that means that's 5A. Wow. Okay. These are limited now. Now that could be everything, right? That that most of the things, right? Because now it could be not only 5. Yeah, I think there are a lot of options there, so I'm not putting this. A is definitely there. Yeah, everything, right? A, B, A, F. I mean, these are 10 apart. That's only we know. And that cannot be BF. Okay, it cannot be BF. So it is AE or DH. That is what we know. Okay, AE or DH. And nobody is looking at those. Yeah. Okay. This one. Now what to do? Because now we are kind of out of options. Those cannot be 5, right? So those could be everything, right? AE, BD, EH. Come on. What am I supposed to do here now? This 5, 5? No, 5D, 5. 5, 5. Something I'm not appreciating here. P, P, P. A, B, D. EH. Come on. EH. CEH. So we got EH here. Oh, none of this is 5 now, right? Yeah, so all those must be A, E, B, F, D, H. That's not EH. That means that's not AD. That's not F. So that's not P. That's not D, F. Right? D, F. So that is not HB. That's it. Oh, that's not A also, right? 5A. That's not E. 5A, D, F. So 5 is here now. Come on. What else I'm missing now? Some simple thing. E. Okay, E is here. Yeah, so A is not here. That's fine. That cannot be D, right? So that cannot be H. That's it. Maybe something like, oh, this one, right? Yeah, this looks a lot of field, right? So 5AF, 5AF, right? Okay. Five A, 5A. Oh, ADEH, ADH. Oh, I have put that. So all the lines I have done, right? Except this one. So does this line has answers for everything? I don't think so, right? But I don't have any other thing to do. So let's just put those, right? Those are 5. A, E, B, F, D, H. And unfortunately 5 is also valid option. That's not D. That's not H. I don't think I can remove anything else. These two at least do not have 5. But it could be absolutely anything, right? A, E, B, F, D, H. Oh, these at least do not have F. That do not have F, but that still could be everything else. What am I supposed to? If I'm just putting that, right? A, E, it cannot be F, so B, and then D, H, and that could be then A, E, cannot be B, so it could be F and D, H. Oh, maybe where is 5 here? 5 is here or here, right? Oh, that could be 5 also. Damn. Nope, 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 nope. D. D 5 here. Oh, where is A here? In this box. A cannot be here. A has to be here. So that's not. No, sorry. That could be A. A is here. So that's not A. That's not E. But now A is here, right? So in this box now A is not here and A is not here. A has to be here, isn't it? So A is here. That's it. That's all about it. Yeah, I'm afraid so. Okay, so what about E then? Because now we know that E is not here, E is not here. Right, because of this, and E cannot be here because it will be now never to A. So E is somewhere here. So that can't be E. If that's not E, means that cannot be A. E cannot be here. Oh, so now it is reverse. E must be here. And if there, that cannot be E. And if that cannot be E, oh, that was never E. That cannot be because that now cannot be A. That BH, DF. Okay. Now that cannot be EA, right? So where is A here? I don't know. Where is E here? I don't know. E here? No, but this is. Oh, E is now. E is one of this, right? In fact, where is E now? Here. E in this box. E cannot be here. E is not here. That doesn't look like E because that cannot be A and that cannot be E. Oh, that could be, right? So E is one of this. That could be E, right? But that cannot be A, sorry. Okay, so that B, so E is here. So, yeah, so now A cannot be here, right? A has to be here. That cannot be A, that has to be A. Okay. So now that is E, that still could be E with this A, right? E is one of this. Okay. A. Does this help me in A's? No. Not that I could have done. Oh, if that's A, that's E. That's okay. That's okay. Or if that's E, that's A. No, unfortunately, B could be here, right? Oh, but now look, B cannot be here, and because A has come here, right? B has to be somewhere here. So that means that cannot be B. That's not B. B has to be here. Oh, B has to be here. B has to be here. That means that cannot be F. F was not there. I thought we could solve for B. Where is F here? DF. F cannot be here, right? So F could be here. F could be here, here, here. Maybe if I just double click it. No, F we do not have much, right? Okay, D is here. D is here. H is here, right? That means D cannot be there, but then D could be absolutely anywhere. H. What am I supposed to appreciate here? How to move forward? I thought after C and D we could get everything. C and G. A we just saw, right? Something obvious I'm not seeing. D cannot have H around, right? So that's not H. H you cannot have here or here. No. H is not there. H is not here. H could be here or here. So that's what happens, right? Sometimes when you do lot of pencil marks, you get lost. If that's E, that's fine, right? A could be here or here. If that's E, that's A. And there are no V's also. Normally we can figure out, right? If A and B are together on B, then that could not be B. That's what happens normally. But here in this case, even don't know that. D is here. That cannot be H. That's the only thing I can conclude. G and C, there is no point in looking at G. F. Some kind of look A D E H, right? Oh, F is looking at this, right? That can't be F. If that's not F, that can't be B. This A D E H, right? Where is B F then? Oh, that and that could be B, right? Yeah, so in this column, that or that could be B, right? Let's just have some column. Those are the only places for B. So that means those are the places for F, isn't it? If B is only here or here, F is only here or here. You can remove F from here. And that means you can remove B from here. And you can remove F from here. That means you can remove B from here. Okay, small victories. A D H A D H. where is F here? F is somewhere here, right? Not much helping. If that's B, that's F. That could be 5 also. That's 5. Somewhere something like there is B and you cannot have F, or F, so you cannot have B around. B is not here, B is not there. That's all B's we cannot. B? Come on. Those we have put, right? ADH. That we have reduced, right? Whatever is possible. DH or BF or 5. So now what is this? ADH. No, I'm not getting anything. B is here. H has to be here, right? I don't see any H here. That was so simple. So H has to be here, right? In this column, none of this is H. H has to be here. That's not H. That's 5. That 5 means that's 5, and that's 5 means that's not 5. That's not A means that's 5, and that's D. Oh, okay. Well, none of that's D now. Come on. None of that's D now, right? None of that's D. D is here. So this has to be BD, right? That cannot be A. Now where is A in all of this? Here or here? So that cannot be E, right? That has to be H. None of this H. That's none of this H. That's A. H is here. And none of that's H. None of that's H. If that's not H, definitely that's not D also. So that's A. That's not H, so that's not D. A, E, F, that's not H, that's not D. Now we must have done some progress, right? Let's say 5. That has to be 5 now, right? No, 5 is here or here, so my bad. Can it be 5A? No, not necessary. Come on, 5 is not here. Okay, 5 is not here, 5 is 5. That's not 5, right? Oh my god. No, we just remove this 5, right? Okay, so that's F. That's F means that's not 5, that's B. Oh, that's B means that's not B. that's not D. अरे क्या हुआ? Okay, that's not B. B, D we got here, right? That's fine. Oh, that's H, right? So that's not D. That cannot be B. So B, H, D. So where is D in this box? None of that's D, right? And I don't see any D other than this. So this has to be D, right? And if that's D, that means that has to be H. Can we remove some D's, pencil mark D's? Also now D is one of this, right? D is already here. D has to be somewhere here, right? H is looking at that, right? So that cannot be D. That has to be D. So that cannot be D now, right? D. D is not here, D is not here. Okay, that's all D's we can get. H. That is not H, right? That's not H. Oh, that's 5E, 5E. Okay. A, 5, A. Okay, that's it. So now H has to be one of these. Not F. H has to be one of these. H is not here. H is not. Oh, okay. H could be here also. Be careful. Be careful. H is not here. H is not here. Oh, H has to be one of these, right? Sorry. What did I do? H. Look, H is not here. H is not here. None of that's it. So H has to be one of these. So that means H. Oh, H has to be here. That we have already said. A is not here. H is. What is remaining here? F, right? Which could be here. Maybe if I click F and see. F has to be here. See, F cannot be here. F cannot be here because of this. So F has to be somewhere here. And is that DF pair now? I think this is DF pair. Yeah, that's correct. So that's now DF pair, and that has to be now EH pair. DF we already covered. That's fine. So now DF means what? What is remaining? EH. Okay, F. So now where is F here? That has to be F, right? That F means that is B. Okay. Does that mean 5 is here? Right? And if one of that's 5, in fact, wait, that's B, that's it. Yeah, one of that's 5. That means the only place for 5 is here. And if that's 5, means that's 5. Okay, now we can do something more in 5. That has to be 5. 5. Oh, come on. We still got X wing of 5. Okay. But now 5E, 5A, AE, come on. BF, okay. Whatever this color, we can now remove that. G is already done, so no need to look at that. F also we have done most. Oh, that cannot be F. Okay. This number and this thing here. F. F. So F is now somewhere here, right? Here or here. F has to be somewhere here. Okay. F. Too many F here. B. Hey, that's not B, right? See, B is looking at that. That's not B, that's H. That is, which means that's D, right? So that's not D, that's not H. So that has to be now B, E. So that's not H, okay. In fact, those are B, right? So where is F here? Oh, those could be F. Those could be 5AF. But that's B. Let's just put that B and get rid of this. D. So that's not B, that's F. That's not F, that's D. 5AF, right? Yep, 5AF. We can remove all these things. Anything looking at anything? B or something? A. Nope. So B. Shouldn't B be doable now? B is one of these. So that's BH, right? BH. Oh, in fact, that 5 is looking at this, so that has to be E. That's E means that's A, right? Okay, that's A means that's not A, that's 5. That's 5 means that's 5. That's not 5. So we got AF here. H. That's. Oh, we still have this AE, right? BH. D is looking at this, right? So that cannot be H. That cannot be H. So that's B, that's H. That H will now give E here. That E will give H here. That E will also give A here. And importantly, then E here. That A, we remove A from here. Will give A here. E. What is that now? B. Is that correct? Only B is missing. Yep. B. So B is here. Oh, B is here. Sorry. Okay. B. Now what are these two? Let's just put that and get rid of that. A, B, C, D, E, H. Is that correct? Yep, that's E, H. A, B, C, D, E, H. None of this looking at this. Shouldn't those be E, H, F, E, H, F, E, F, H? Okay, that cannot be H because of this E. That's E, F. Oh, E is also looking at that. That's F. That's not F. That F should be doing something. Not much. That F will just give X wing of F here. But now we know that that has to be T, right? The only thing. That's not T. Okay, what are these two? B is there. B and B, E, H. Okay. That can't be H because of N D. So we have marked everything, right? Except these two now. That's A. AF. Is that correct? Yeah. So how is this remaining? F, F, B, 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 H. B, E, B, E, H. B is one of these two. Oh, all the lines are done, that's fine. Oh, even A is in. Oh, AF, F, that can be. That's A. E. What now? this one. A, F, B, E. Ha. What now? How can I disfigure it? Is this correct? E, H, E, H. B, H, B, A, E, H. Seems fine, right? Either B, B, F, F. Is it coloring of F? I don't think so. All the fives are done, right? Okay, maybe I'm just clicking everything and now checking. Yeah, that's A. Somewhere that B. So something between E and H. There is some problem. That D is not looking at H. H is here. Ah. Or maybe now I'm supposed to use this A and F. So maybe alright, so what do we have here? C we have, right? C and G we were already having. So let's say C. See, what will happen is that the high digits, right? Or let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. There must be some digit in 1, 2, 3, 4 which are not neighbor of each other, right? So for C to be low, there must be some other letter which is not near to C. So if all those are C, right? Here we do that. See, B and A, they are gone, right? We know that G is already 10, so that's not neighbor of C. I mean, I'm trying to figure out if there is any possibility that C is between 1, 2, 3, 4. And if C is not, then G must be low, which is something 1, 2, 3, 4. C. Here B and H. So B is also gone, B is gone, H is also gone. Oh, H is gone. Oh, here we'll do that here. So let's do this here, right? So B, we know that is definitely not there. H is not there because of this. F is not there. C. D is not there. E and G. G is not there. E. Let's just see. Check all the E's. Is any E near to C? Could possible here, right? We can't tell about C then. Maybe let's take G then. Alright, G. Why is that getting cut? Oh, G. D and B, right? D, B, C. Yeah, C is definitely not there. So C, D, B. We can remove those. G. F also we can remove. F. Come on. G. Why I'm coloring this C? Let me remove this. G. G. F. A and F also not there, right? So A is not there. G. Okay. G. So E, is there any E? Could be here, right? No, something is needed. So both C and G, they could have E as a potential partner. Just check some letter like A and figure out. Yeah, maybe that's right. One of these A and F, right? Let's just take those. and see if there are any neighbors there. So A, right? Uh, I just accept instead of this, I'll just put it. Come on, A, I'll color this, and now see D and F are definitely not. D and F are definitely not. Uh, H is definitely not. H and C is also definitely. And here, if you see, G is not. G and E are not. And B is also not. Oh, so A is high. See, now we figure out that A is high because if A could have been low, there could have been at least one letter which is not neighbor to A. But we see that all these letters A, B, C, D somewhere or the other are the neighbors of this. So A is high. So we know that now A is high. If A is high, that means E is low. E is low. E is low. So why did I do that? So wherever there is E other than this, I'll mark it as low. Okay. And if E is low, we know that now there must be something in E which is not neighbor to any letter. Okay, so let's just do that. Of course, D and F cannot be. H is also not. E, D, F. So C, B I have seen somewhere. C, okay, C is here, so C is not. And E is opposite of A, so we have done. So one of B and G. E. Come on. B is not, right, B is not. So G is small, which is the partner of E, right, because all these other letters are neighbor of E. So the only not neighbor of E is G, so G is small. In fact, G and E are partners in 5. So we can say that. So now G is small, we know that G is small. We can take all the G's and we can put it is small. If G is small, we know that C is high. C has to be now high. Okay. Now what is happening here? But how am I supposed to do this? E is small and G is its partner. So is there any EG? No. What about now? So we got A, we got E, we got C. We need B. Oh, one of. Oh, if we got. No, we don't. I was just saying that if we know any one of F and H, we can figure out everything. I'm not sure about that. Let's just do H now, right? H. So H we are. So definitely B is not. D is not. No, that's it, right? H is somewhere here. So H could be partnered with F. Could be partnered with F. We don't know that, so we have to check for D now. D. Of course, B is not. F is not. Yeah, and all easy. So right. So D and H, we already know the D and H are partners, right? And both B and F are not. So D is high. You got what I'm saying? Okay. It's what we have put. Because H is anyway low, opposite of D. So that cannot be the partner in 5. And none of this B and F, we have seen that B and F They cannot be partners. So D has to be high. And if D is high, H has to be low, right? H, whatever. H, except this H. Right? H has to be low. Let's remove this color. Now B and F. Now we know one of B and F has to be low. Which one? B and F are partners, right? So H. Here only we can say, right? F has to be low, right? Because B is near to H, yeah, right? So H has to be low. And F and H are partners, right? So let that be green, right? So B is high and F is low. Now what can we do about this? Now how to do this? Or something is still remaining? Okay, this let me remove this because this is confusing. These double letters is confusing. A F no, A is high, F is low. B E H. This is still even 3 letters. B E H. So this is B by bug. Should I supposed to put that? E H B B H. No, this is H. No, by bug this is E. Yeah, by B U G this is E. Is there any other way to see that? Oh, H cannot be around F, or maybe G and F are partners. So no, it's not that. H is low, right? So and cannot be around F. It is not around F. How am I supposed to figure this out? Come on, I thought this will resolve. A F B E H. So H, right? B E. H could be around E, right? H cannot be around F. And G cannot be around E. G cannot be around E. Oh, okay. G cannot be around E. So that's not E. That's B. Come on. So that's E. That's B. That's not B. Still. That didn't do much. B is high, right? E is low. E is low. And that's it. Now what? G. Oh, G. No, G and E. Oh, G and E should be away. So that cannot be. That's H. That's E. Okay. So that's H. That's E. So we are not getting this. E cannot be G. Nah, that's okay. But E is low, right? E is low. Oh my god, this is taking time. H is also low. Okay. So E is not 4, right? Because these should not be consecutive. So E is not 4. E could be 1, 2, 3. A could be 6, 7, 8. A and F. Come on, man. A B cannot be near F. Oh my god, so simple. Okay, A. Oh, but we got a B now, right? Okay, okay. Then that's fine. That's fine. F, A. Is that correct? Yeah. A is high. F is low. F is low. Right, right. Now, E is not 4. And E and G are together, right? So E is not 4. E could be 1, 2, 3. But H. So if E is 1, G is 4. Let us put that if E is 1, G is 4. This has to be 3. This has to be 2, right? But if E is 1, this has to be 9. And this has to be 6. That's fine, right? And this seems fine. This has to be 9. And this has to be 6. So yeah, that seems fine. What are the other options? If A is not 1, E could be 2. This could be 3. This has to be 4. This has to be 1. In that case, now G and A. Oh, okay. Maybe the other way to look at it is, yeah. See, C and A are opposite of G and E, right? So that means E is not near to G and H. So E and F are together. I think those are 2, 3, 2, 3. E is not near to G and H because of this. So E and F are together. So E and F are 2, 3, 2, 3. And out of which E and F are 2, 3. Okay, so now because that is not giving me A at all. No, how can E and F are 2, 3, 2, 3? Yeah, because then that will be 1, 4, right? That's not possible. So E has to be 1, right? What we are saying is E is not near to G and H, and E and F cannot be 2, 3, 2, 3. So yeah, so E has to be 1, right? I don't think there is another option. E has to be 1. So E is 1. Let's just do that. E is 1. A is 9, right? A is 9. Now E ka kya partner? E's partner is G, right? So G is 4. H is 6. H is 6. Now what? 9. C cannot be 8, right? C has to be 7 now, isn't it? No. What did I say is 1? G is 4. So C is 8, right? Yeah, G is 4. So C is 6. No, what did I do? Wait. G is 4, right? G is 4. So C is 6. C is 6, right? Sorry, my bad. And if C is 6, now how do I know F and H? B cannot be 7. B has to be 8. No. Not that. It's not that anything could be How am I supposed to know F and H? Which one is 2 and which one is 3? Oh, that cannot be 2, right? H must be 3. Yeah, that's so simple. H must be 3. H must be 3. That means D must be 7. D must be 7. And now remaining F must be 2. And that means B must be 8. Oh my god. Okay. Ah, okay, so that's correct. Wow, what a puzzle. First of all, it took me a lot of time to figure out what was going on here, and then it took me another time to figure out what is going on here. Ah, God. Okay, okay. I think that was a good puzzle. That was really, uh, what can you say? The mashing the brain kind of puzzle, smashing the brain kind of puzzle. We know that we are, on the target, but still we are not able to get that exact point what the author is trying to say. So yeah, so that's the puzzles by NuglesGift. That's what uh, this author's puzzles goes. So yeah, yeah, so I have solved it in about 65 minutes. So I hope you guys have solved this in much better way and much faster, and I'll figure out all those clues even faster than me. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys, thank you very much, and we'll meet again.